What's up, everybody? Look, I wanted to jump on real quick and talk about something that I'm noticing in the crypto market because I think it is a fantastic sign for altcoins and altcoin holders. So, over the last couple days, as we saw Bitcoin's price flying, getting very close to an all time high, and many altcoins in the green, I've actually noticed a lot of people just very upset, frustrated, emotional. I mean, you name it, that's how they're feeling about the altcoin market. People saying things like altcoins are still dead, altcoins aren't going anywhere, retail is gone. I don't care about Bitcoin pumping. I want my altcoins to pump. I mean, that's kind of the common sentiment. It's the common narrative around crypto on YouTube and Twitter right now is that, sure, it's cool that Bitcoin's pumping, but I don't care. Altcoins are bad. And it seems like a lot of people not only feel that way, but are giving up on altcoins. Matter of fact, if you go look at recent data from this week, many people who are in short-term unrealized losses for their altcoin bags are just selling. People are selling their altcoins at a loss right now. They're just getting out of altcoins because they're giving up as a result of seeing Bitcoin pumping and altcoins not pumping. And when I realized that this was happening, I immediately thought, oh, this is actually a good thing. Because truth be told, altcoins historically never truthfully gain traction and momentum until people stop thinking they will. When everyone is screaming that an altcoin season is here, when people are screaming that altcoin season cycle hype peak banana zone is here, that's not when it happens. Go look at the last times that altcoin seasons have started. Guys, I was here in 2021 when we started to see the altcoin season really kick off in March. No one thought that that was going to happen. Everybody was saying, oh, Q4 was kind of slow, and then the summertime is approaching, so we're going to go all the way through summer, and then at the end of the year, altcoins are going to pump. And the moment that was the narrative, every altcoin just absolutely took off for one of the most insane altcoin seasons we've ever seen before. So again, historically speaking, altcoins pump when people do not think they will. Altcoins pump when people give up. Altcoins pump when people will lose by them pumping. When people are going to be regretful and upset and mad at themselves for selling, that's when altcoins pump. And so the fact that everyone's getting all annoyed and frustrated and upset about the altcoin market means to me, at least in my opinion, that we are getting ever so close to some sort of altcoin period. I'm not calling it an altcoin season, but an altcoin period in which altcoins do really start to gain some traction. You know, the craziest part about this, the craziest part about people freaking out about the altcoin market right now is that what we're seeing right now is normal. It is incredibly normal for Bitcoin to go first. There have been so many times in history, just look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. There have been so many times in history where Bitcoin's price has pushed up to all-time highs or above without the altcoin market pushing. And what oftentimes will happen is after that push from Bitcoin, we'll start to see liquidity stabilize, and a mixture of retail, institutions, and manipulators will start to set their sights on the altcoin market, produce some liquidity in the altcoin market, which should in turn start to generate some gains as long as Bitcoin just doesn't dump out of nowhere or we get some terrible news. What this means is that what we're seeing right now is normal, yet people are not understanding that. They're clouded and blinded by emotion. Their judgment is being altered by the emotions that they're feeling around the altcoin market and their altcoin positions. And because of that, I believe that's a sign and signal that we are actually getting closer to altcoins producing gains, to things like Ethereum going up to an all-time high, XRP pushing all-time highs, Solana pushing up towards all-time highs. I think all of that is on the table. And as long as nothing terrible happens in the United States economy, nothing terrible happens globally, as long as none of that happens, I do believe those all-time highs are coming. And again, this is a sign to me that we're just getting closer to it. And so there are obviously no guarantees. And listen, I may just be wrong. Maybe this is the cycle that doesn't involve altcoins. Maybe this is the cycle where Bitcoin goes and altcoins don't. But truth be told, it's not happened before. And the fact that institutions are currently setting their sights on altcoins, I just don't think that it's going to happen. And so I'll obviously keep you guys up to date as this all plays out. But I really wanted to, of course, give you my perspective as someone who's behind the scenes a little bit more and sees how the community is reacting and responding and how they're feeling, because truth be told, having that perspective can give you even more advantage here on the market. So naturally, I'll give you more updates and stuff like that as we do push out throughout the weekend and throughout the week, going over the charts, the news, and much more. But I wanted to just give you a quick update on this perspective because I think it's very important for you altcoin holders. And my honest, truthful advice is to just not give up on your altcoin bags yet, because my gut says we're going to have some bright days ahead. So I'll keep you updated. I hope you guys did enjoy today's quick update, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.